Many of you may have heard of Dr. Simon Breakspear. He is a trusted advisor and improvement partner to school and system leaders. Would you please make Dr. Simon Breakspear very, very welcome to the stage.
Well, thanks, Chris. Thanks for that warm welcome. It's great to be with you all. And hey, it's lovely to actually be here in person. We just bring up the lights a little bit, just in case people aren't sure who they're sitting with at the moment. And can I ask everyone just to drop your technology and other things for a moment and just put your hand up like this, if you don't mind. Just put your hand up like this. I spend my days researching and teaching ideas that can help leaders enhance the long-term impact they have in schools. Who found things shifting in teaching or student agency over the last few years that you want to grow and sustain? You don't want to see a reversion back to the old ways of working. Hands up if there's something in your portfolio for that. But what I've discovered looking at the behavioural sciences is whilst of course we need to get better and better at how we communicate, build understanding around our change areas, there is a whole other area that we could also be working on at the same time and that might be particularly relevant to overloaded and exhausted people who are open to moving forward but aren't quite sure whether or not they've got it within them to take on new things. And what I want to do in the rest of this session and then take you into, for those who opt into the workshop and for those who don't, I'm sure we can get you all the resources you need, is I want to talk to you about what the literature suggests that you can do to increase the likelihood of people being able to make positive changes in their work without necessarily spending all your time trying to convince and persuade them. So here's what I want to do. I'm going to give you 2 minutes and at the back, let's bring up the lights and give them a little bit of music. Not too fun. I don't want any dancing on tables. Person B is normally the smarter person in the pair, so just put your hand up. Person A asks person B, what would you see if this change was working well? I'll give you 2 minutes, go for it. When we're going to lead change, we're going to get found out. And so when I can't imagine the specific practices that I would like to see, the next response is to get as close to practice as you can. And so we work really, really hard at local examples, social proof, and we harness positive contagion by ensuring our leaders are demonstrating what it looks like in context, and the key people that we need to be modelling this work have made progress in it. How often have you tried to have a meeting at 4 o'clock with your team, your HODs, your pastoral care leaders, your year level leaders, your stage team, and you were trying to just progress? You had 30 minutes uninterrupted, which is extraordinary. And you just talked over it, like you just talked and you got to the end, you're like, oh, we didn't progress it. Has anyone ever had this? And then often you say, you want to pick something, you go, yeah, this is kind of workable. So I was suggesting explicit teaching just in reading, right? And we were looking at just the seeking and receiving feedback in professional practice. And we were talking about just the feedback and feed forward or the developmental assessment. You're like, okay, we've carved out something that's movable and tractable. Now, the next step in this is to now look for the active ingredients. Find a few things that are quite impactful but are very doable. And it's this terrible tension because you have this moral imperative to move things quickly, but you deep down know that you're going to be better off moving slow, having high success rate, and then accelerating. Guys, thank you so much for being here today. Thanks for working alongside some of these ideas. And my real hope that they're just practical. They help you reduce the stress, do less and be more successful. And then you're going to be in the game for longer, which is what we need. Thanks, everyone.